3 weeks after I destroyed my sister's career, my phone rang at 6 in the morning. Rebecca's lawyer was calling and his voice was shaking. "Sarah, we have a problem. David filed an emergency custody motion last night. He's claiming the recording you released proves Rebecca is an unfit mother who prioritizes social media over her children's well-being." The words hit me like ice water. David. Rebecca's ex-husband. I'd barely thought about him during all of this. "He's using your recording as evidence of family dysfunction," the lawyer continued. I heard footsteps in the hallway. Maya appeared in my doorway, her face pale. She'd heard enough. "Mom," she whispered, her voice breaking, "did I just help him steal Emma and Jake?" Emma and Jake. Rebecca's children, 12 and 8 years old. I'd been so focused on protecting Maya that I'd forgotten they were just kids too. "The hearing is next week," the lawyer said. "Sarah, I think he's been planning this. The timing is too perfect." After I hung up, Maya sat on the edge of my bed, her hands shaking. "I recorded them to protect myself," she said quietly. "I never thought about Emma and Jake. But what I discovered about David's real plan would make my family revenge look like child's play. You have to understand something about David. I'd always thought of him as just Rebecca's bitter ex-husband. But Maya started digging, and what she found made my blood run cold. 2 days later, I came home to find Maya hunched over her laptop, surrounded by printed articles and screenshots. "Mum, you need to see this," she said. Her voice had that tight quality it gets when she's discovered something terrible. On the screen was a news article from 15 years ago. "Local doctor loses custody battle." The photo showed a woman in scrubs leaving a courthouse, her face streaked with tears. "That's David's first wife," Maya said, "Dr. Jennifer Walsh. She was a cardiac surgeon." The article detailed how David had won full custody by claiming Jennifer was obsessed with her career and emotionally unavailable to their child. "Mum, David's first wife lost custody too. Look at the pattern." She showed me David's history, 3 relationships over 20 years, all with successful, ambitious women, a surgeon, a lawyer, and now Rebecca. Each relationship followed the same trajectory: marriage, children, control, divorce, then custody battles where he painted them as career-obsessed, bad mothers. "He targets them," Maya whispered. "He specifically goes after women who might be vulnerable to being called bad mothers." I felt sick. I remembered Rebecca telling me, "He always said my success made me a bad mother." Maya clicked to another tab. I found recordings. "What do you mean, recordings?" She pressed play on an audio file. Emma's voice filled the kitchen, small and confused. "Sometimes Mommy cares more about her phone than us." My heart stopped. "Maya, where did you get this?" "Emma's tablet. She left it here last weekend. I found these files when I was clearing storage space." She played another clip. David's voice, gentle but leading. "Emma, sweetheart, tell me about when Mommy gets upset about her work." "She doesn't really get upset, Daddy. She just gets sad sometimes when people are mean to her online." Sad can be scary for little girls, can't it? When grown-ups get sad about work, it can make children feel unsafe. I guess. I stared at the screen, horrified. "He's coaching them." "Every visit," Maya said. "I found hours of this stuff, but, Mom, it's bigger than Emma and Jake." She pulled up another folder. "There are recordings here from other children, kids I don't recognize." She played a clip, a little boy's voice. "Mommy works too much and forgets to make dinner." Then David's voice. "And how does that make you feel, buddy?" "Sad and hungry." "Do you think mommies should work so much that their little boys go hungry?" "Mom, that's not Emma or Jake. That's someone else's child." My stomach dropped. How many other files are there? Dozens, from at least 3 different children. She showed me a document titled Case Strategy, Rebecca Chen. Detailed notes about Rebecca's social media, her business partnerships, screenshots of her posts. But what made me sick were the handwritten notes in the margins. Subject shows classic narcissistic patterns, prioritizes image over children's well-being. Daughter, Emma, increasingly resistant to coaching, may need alternative approach. Son, Jake, more compliant. Focus manipulation efforts here. Maya, I breathed. He's been planning this for months. She nodded, tears in her eyes. There's more. I found contact information for other men. They're sharing strategies. Email threads, forum posts, coaching sessions. Men teaching other men how to use the family court system as a weapon. It's like a network, Maya said. They help each other destroy mothers. I felt that same protective fury I'd felt when Maya came home crying from her birthday party, but magnified. This wasn't just about our family anymore. Maya, we have to stop this. But Mom, if we expose this, we broke the law getting these recordings. David could claim we hacked Emma's tablet. She was right. We'd stumbled onto something huge, but using it could destroy our credibility. He's counting on that, I realized. He planted the tablet knowing we couldn't use the evidence without admitting we violated his privacy. Pause here for a second. What would you do with evidence that could save children but was obtained illegally? Comment, use it if you'd risk everything, or find another way if you'd look for legal alternatives. Because Maya's decision will change everything. Maya looked at me with that determined expression. What if there was another way to get this evidence? A way that would be completely legal? That's when Maya made a decision that would either save her cousins or destroy our entire family. Maya's plan was simple and terrifying. Go to Rebecca, show her what we'd found, convince her to get evidence legally. But when she tried, everything fell apart. I was at work when my phone started buzzing. Maya, then my mother, then Uncle Mike. I called Maya back. Mom, you need to come home, now. Her voice was shaking and I could hear shouting in the background. I tried to show Rebecca the recordings, but Grandma and Grandpa were here, and they think I'm making it all up. I heard my mother's voice. First you destroy Rebecca's career, now you're making up lies about David. I left work immediately. By the time I got home, Maya was alone in the kitchen, crying. Where is everyone? The hospital, she whispered. Grandpa had another heart attack. The world tilted. What? When I showed them the recordings, he got so upset, started yelling about how we were tearing the family apart. Then he collapsed. At the hospital, my mother wouldn't even look at me. First you destroy Rebecca's career, now you're killing your father, Linda screamed. David was right. This family is toxic. David is manipulating children, I shot back. David is protecting his children from a mother who cares more about her image than their well-being. And you, she pointed at Maya, you're just like your mother, vindictive and jealous. Maya flinched like she'd been slapped. Over the next few days, while Robert lay in the ICU, our family chose sides. Most didn't choose us. Uncle Mike called, his voice cold. Sarah, David's right. This family is toxic. I'm testifying for David in the custody hearing. My own uncle was going to testify against us. Maya showed me her phone. Posts from distant relatives supporting David, calling me jealous, calling Maya spoiled. Maybe if Maya had stayed excluded from everything, this family wouldn't be falling apart, she read aloud, her voice breaking. That night, sitting alone in my kitchen, I almost called Rebecca's lawyer to withdraw my testimony. Maybe I was the toxic one. But then I remembered those recordings. Jake's confused little voice, Emma trying to resist her father's manipulation, other children being coached to betray their mothers. Maya appeared in the doorway. "Mum, you're thinking of backing down, aren't you?" I couldn't lie to her. "Maya, maybe they're right. Maybe I am being vindictive." "No." Her voice was stronger than I'd heard it in days. "Mom, do you remember what you told me after my birthday party? You said protecting your children means making hard choices even when everyone else thinks you're wrong." She sat down across from me. "Emma and Jake are children too, and David is hurting them. If we don't stop him, who will?" She was right. This wasn't about family loyalty anymore. It was about protecting children from a predator. "But Maya, if we do this, it's going to get worse before it gets better." She nodded. "I know, but I have an idea. Something that might get us the evidence we need without breaking any laws." "What kind of idea?" "The kind that might save Emma and Jake, or get us both arrested." Maya's plan was insane. She wanted to go to David's house during his custody weekend and record him coaching the children legally. "Maya, absolutely not." "Mum, if I can get inside while he's coaching them, I can document what I witness. I'm not hacking anything." "And what if he catches you?" "Then we'll have bigger problems than a custody battle." Her voice was steady, but I could see the fear. "But this might be our only chance. The hearing is in 3 days." Every protective instinct screamed at me to keep my daughter away from David. But then I thought about Emma and Jake, about those other children. "If you do this, you're not going alone. I'll be parked outside. You wear an earpiece so I can hear everything." That Saturday morning, I drove Maya to David's house with my heart hammering. She checked her phone. "Recording app is ready. Are you sure you can hear me?" "Crystal clear. Maya, be careful." She walked up to David's front door. I watched as he answered, his face cycling through surprise, suspicion, then calculated friendliness. "Maya, this is unexpected." "Hi, Mr. Chen. I wanted to apologize about everything that's happened. I feel terrible that Emma and Jake are caught in the middle." Through the earpiece, I heard him invite her in. My hands gripped the steering wheel as my daughter disappeared into that house. For 20 minutes, I heard normal conversation. Then Emma and Jake came home. "Uncle Maya," Jake's voice was bright, "what are you doing here?" "I came to see you guys. I missed you." Emma was more cautious. "Are you still mad at Mommy?" "I was never mad at your mum, Em. I was just hurt. But that's grown-up stuff." David's tone changed. "Kids, why don't you show Maya your room while I make lunch?" He was separating them. 10 minutes later. "Emma, can you help me in the kitchen? Maya, would you mind keeping Jake company?" This was it. Through the earpiece, I heard footsteps, then David's voice, manipulative. "Emma, honey, you know the judge wants to talk to you next week about where you want to live." "I know, Daddy." "When the judge asks about Mommy, remember she gets very angry about her work, doesn't she?" Emma's voice was confused. "But Daddy, that's not true. Mommy doesn't get angry." "Think carefully, sweetheart. Remember when those mean people said bad things about her videos? How upset she got." She was sad, not angry. Sad can be scary for little girls, can't it? When grown-ups get sad about work, it can make children feel unsafe. I was gripping my phone so hard my knuckles were white. He was coaching his 12-year-old daughter to lie in court. "Daddy, I don't want to say Mommy scares me. That's not true." David's voice got firmer. "Emma, do you want to live with angry Mommy or happy Daddy? If you tell the judge the truth about how Mommy's work makes her act, you can stay with Daddy all the time." "But what about Jake? He misses Mommy." "Jake will understand, won't you, buddy?" Jake's voice from the other room. "Understand what?" "That Mommy gets scary when people don't like her videos." "Mommy's not scary," Jake said, confused. "She just gets sad sometimes." "Sad is scary, isn't it? You don't like it when Mommy is sad about her work?" Long pause. Then Jake's small voice. "I guess I don't like when anyone is sad." "See, you're both such smart kids. The judge will understand that you need to live somewhere happy and safe." That's when I heard a phone notification. Maya's phone. David's voice changed instantly. "Maya, what are you doing?" "Nothing, I was just... Are you recording this?" Footsteps, running. "Maya, get out of there," I shouted, starting my car. Through the earpiece, chaos. Maya running, David yelling, Emma crying, Jake asking what was happening. Maya burst through the front door, David behind her, his face twisted with rage. She ran toward my car, clutching her phone. "Get in!" I screamed. She dove into the passenger seat as David pounded on my window, neighbours staring. "Did you get it?" I asked. Maya held up her phone, tears streaming. "Every word." But she wasn't done. She was already opening TikTok. "Maya, what are you doing?" What I should have done from the beginning. I'm showing the world what child manipulation looks like. She started a live stream, her face visible, the recording ready to play. "Hi everyone, my name is Maya, and 3 weeks ago my family excluded me from my birthday party. What I'm about to show you is how my uncle's ex-husband has been coaching his children to lie in court about their mother." She pressed play. David's voice filled my car. "When the judge asks about Mommy, remember she gets very angry about her work." Emma's confused response, "But Daddy, that's not true. Mommy doesn't get angry." "This is what child manipulation looks like," Maya said, tears in her eyes, but voice strong. "Share this before he deletes everything. These children deserve better." "Justice for Emma. Stop child manipulation." Comments poured in, people sharing, tagging news outlets, expressing outrage. The view count climbed fast. "Maya," I whispered, "what have we done?" She looked at me, jaw set with determination. "We did what we had to do to protect Emma and Jake." Within 24 hours, Maya's video had changed everything. I woke up to my phone buzzing non-stop. Maya was already awake, laptop open, eyes wide with disbelief. "Mom, we need to see this." Her TikTok video had 5.2 million views. Justice for Emma was trending worldwide. But it was more than views. Messages that made us both cry. My ex-husband did the exact same thing to me 15 years ago. I lost custody because of his coaching. Thank you for being brave enough to expose this. This is happening to my sister right now. Can you help us? I'm David's first wife. I've been waiting 15 years for someone to believe me. Maya called that last number immediately. "Mrs. Walsh, this is Maya." The woman started crying. "I knew this day would come. He did the exact same thing to me 15 years ago, coached my daughter to say I was obsessed with work. I lost custody because the judge believed a 7-year-old had come to these conclusions on her own. Will you help us? Will you testify? I've been waiting 15 years for someone to ask me that question." By noon, 3 more women had come forward, all ex-wives of David. All had lost custody battles after he coached their children. The pattern was identical, but the biggest shock came when Maya's phone rang. "Is this Maya, the girl who posted the video about David Chen?" "Yes." "This is Jennifer Morrison. I'm David's current girlfriend. I left him this morning after seeing your video." Maya put it on speaker. "Are you okay?" "I have a 6-year-old daughter. After seeing your video, I went through David's phone. He's been recording her too, asking questions about how I prioritize work over family. He was planning to do to me what he did to Rebecca, what he did to all those other women." The custody hearing became a media circus. News vans lined the courthouse street. Reporters pushed forward as we walked up the steps. Inside, David sat with his lawyer, face pale and drawn. He wouldn't look at us. The judge had clearly seen Maya's video. She addressed it directly. "This court has never seen such clear evidence of systematic child manipulation. Mr. Chen, the recording shows you coaching your children to make false statements about their mother's parenting." David's lawyer filed emergency motions, claiming the recording was manipulated. But forensic analysis proved its authenticity, and the judge ruled that witnessing child abuse overrode privacy concerns. Then came testimony from David's other ex-wives. One by one, they told their stories. Same pattern, same techniques, same manipulation. Dr. Jennifer Walsh took the stand with 15 years of suppressed pain. He did the exact same thing to me, coached my 7-year-old to say I was never home, that I cared more about patients than about her. I lost custody, and I've seen her maybe 20 times since. She's 22 now and still believes the lies he taught her, Rebecca testified, voice shaking but determined. I thought I was going crazy. He made me doubt everything about my parenting. Every time Emma or Jake came back from his house, they'd ask strange questions about my work, about whether I loved them more than my followers. The most powerful moment came when Emma asked to speak to the judge privately. When she came out, her face was streaked with tears, but she looked relieved. Later, Rebecca told us what Emma said. I knew Daddy was trying to make me say mean things about Mommy, but I was scared he wouldn't love me if I didn't say them. I'm sorry I almost lied, Mommy. Maya hadn't just saved Emma and Jake. She'd taught them that truth was stronger than fear. The judge's ruling was swift. Rebecca got full custody. David was ordered to undergo psychological evaluation and could only see his children with supervised visits. I'm referring this case to the district attorney for investigation into criminal child psychological abuse, the judge announced, and I'm ordering a review of Mr. Chen's previous custody cases. David was led away in handcuffs, still shouting about false evidence. The charges: child psychological abuse, perjury, and conspiracy to commit fraud. Maya handled the reporters with unexpected grace. Sometimes protecting family means exposing the truth, even when it's painful. Emma and Jake deserve to love their mother without being taught to betray her. That night, Maya showed me messages from teenagers worldwide who'd recognized similar manipulation. Mothers who'd lost custody battles reaching out, advocacy groups asking Maya to speak. Mum, I think this is bigger than just our family. I think you're right, Rebecca called later. Maya, Sarah, you saved my children. We're family. That's what family does. Rebecca said something that made me cry. I lost my career but found my purpose as a real mother. And Maya, you helped me remember what being a real aunt looks like. 6 months later, I was watching Maya prepare for a video call with a support group she'd started for teenagers dealing with family manipulation. Rebecca was there too, helping with Maya's advocacy work. You know what I realized? Maya said. I learned that sometimes being excluded from the wrong table means you can build the right one. Maya's organization, Voices for Truth, had helped expose 12 more cases of custody manipulation. 3 men arrested. 7 mothers got their children back. Protecting our children isn't just about our family. It's about all families, I said. Rebecca nodded. I lost my career but found my purpose. This work Maya's doing, it means something. Robert had recovered and apologized to Maya with tears. Even Linda started volunteering with Maya's organization. But as Maya finished her call, my phone buzzed with a message that made my blood run cold. Ms. Chen, my name is Patricia Williams. I represent several families impacted by what we're calling the network. We need to talk. It's about Maya's safety. Before I could respond, Maya's laptop chimed. A message from a teenage girl named Sophie. Maya, I think my mom is being targeted by the same people who went after your sister. But it's not just one man. There are multiple guys involved and they're all connected. They have a system. I'm scared. Maya looked at me with that same protective fire. Mum, we can't ignore this. I thought about David in prison, about the network of men sharing strategies to steal children from mothers. Maya, if we do this, if we start investigating something this big, there's no going back. Then we stop them, she said simply. just like we stopped David." Maya turned her laptop toward us. Screenshots of forum posts, email chains, training materials. "It's called The Network, men who teach other men how to steal custody from successful mothers. They have lawyers, psychologists, even judges who help them. David wasn't working alone." "Maya, this is dangerous. If these people are as organized as you think, then someone has to stop them." She looked at me with eyes both 18 and ancient. "Mum, you taught me that protecting your children means making hard choices. Well, now I'm choosing to protect all the children." Her phone rang, Sophie's number. "Sophie, are you okay?" "Maya, they know about you. My mum's lawyer mentioned your name in a meeting I recorded. He said you were a problem that needed to be managed before you infected other cases. Maya, there's a car that's been parked outside my house for 2 days. I think they're coming for both of us." Maya had exposed one predator and made herself a target of an entire network. "Sophie, send me everything you have, every name, every connection, every piece of evidence." "Maya, no," I said. "This is too big. We need the FBI." "Mom, the FBI didn't save Emma and Jake. We did. And if the network is as powerful as Sophie says, we might be the only ones they can't buy or intimidate." She was right, and I knew it, but I was terrified. If we do this, we do it together, all of us. I looked at Rebecca. "Are you in?" Rebecca didn't hesitate. "Those bastards used my children as weapons. Of course I'm in." Maya smiled, not the scared smile of a teenager, but the determined smile of someone who'd found her purpose. "Revenge taught me about justice. Justice taught me about mercy. Now it's time to learn about real protection." As she started typing her response to Sophie, I realized our story wasn't ending. It was just beginning. What we discovered about the network made us realize David wasn't acting alone, and Maya had just made herself their next target. But that's a story for next week. If you've made it this far, you understand that sometimes protecting your children means destroying everything else, and sometimes it means building something entirely new. Hit that like button if you believe children deserve to be protected from manipulation. Subscribe if you think Maya should continue investigating the network. And comment "Protect them" if you believe we have a responsibility to save all children, not just our own. Because next week, I'm telling you about the organization that trains men to steal children, and how a network of mothers is fighting back. Sometimes the revenge you think is ending is really just the beginning of something much more important.